My name is Haley Stevens. I am a fourth generation Florida native. My husband and I own and operate FEC Spirit, which is a charter headboat here out of Ponce Inlet, Florida. And I'm grateful to serve on several of the South Atlantic fisheries advisory panels. Growing up, saltwater was such a huge part of my childhood. If my family wasn't surfing, we were fishing, and if we weren't fishing, we were surfing. My dad worked in the engineering department for our county. He was instrumental in establishing our artificial reef program here off of Northeast Florida, utilizing leftover materials like culvert piles to create new habitat for our reef fish. So the Sea Spirit is not just a fishing boat, it is a part of history here in Ponce Inlet. It was built right here out of the same marina that we're still sailing out of today. My husband, Nick, had been working on the boat. This is his 20th year. We actually met on the fishing boat about 15 years ago, and some would say it was love at first bite. So the headboat fishery is certainly a unique one. Passengers just pay a very affordable rate per person on a shared trip, and I believe that the most important part of that is the access. I've always said that we're not in the fishing business, we are in the people business. So creating memories with our guests and their families on the water to us is really what it's all about. I have the privilege of serving on several South Atlantic fisheries advisory panels, including snapper grouper, citizen science, as well as vice chair of our SEFHIER Improvement Ad Hoc. I'm also on the Southeast Steering Committee for MREP, which is the Marine Resources Education Program. I have been a fisherman my entire life and active in the headboat fishery for a little over 15 years. Last year, a good friend of ours who has been involved in the management process for a while reached out regarding a proposed regulation that could potentially impact the headboat fishery pretty drastically. So we did some research, we did some homework, and drove up to the council meeting in Jekyll Island, Georgia, and submitted public testimony. It was almost immediately that the managers and staff recognized our concerns and validated those concerns and started working towards solutions. I never wanted to be one of those people who are sitting at home and all of a sudden an email comes across my computer about this drastic regulation change and wish, oh man, I wish that I had got involved. I wish there was something that I could have done. It's so important to be proactive and to be involved in the process because education is power. There's a lot of discussion around regulation, and regulation is required in order to have a sustainable fishery and sustainable resource. I know that for myself, I want that resource to be available for our children if they choose to enjoy it, and other people's children and future generations to come. So it's really important that every step of the way, the work that we're doing now is working towards not only optimizing the yield, at the same time protecting that resource. So regulation over the years and management measures included things like circle hooks, promoting venting tools, dehookers, descending devices, and it's so rare that we see a fish that is gut hooked with a circle hook. If that fish does come up and needs mitigation, we have these tools to address that problem right away. And we see it every day. It's successful. Best fishing practices works, and it is one of the best things that could have possibly happened to our snapper grouper fishery. For us, it isn't all about fishing. Fishing just so happens to be the thing that brings everyone together. But at the end of the day, it's how we earn our livelihood. It's how we share and enable access for this passion to so many other folks. Fishing here in the South Atlantic is a part of history, a part of something so much bigger than all of us, and the legacy. What it means to me is everything.